something interesting here.
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
start the changes, Cleany.
Pretend you don't see. Don't look in the mirror.
Left hook! Watch out for the left hook!
Just don't start and
Of course.
I've got...
Say something, or did you just fart? Say something, or did you just...
It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much.
I expected that. Damn, that was close! Innkeep! Vodka!
Triss Merigold! Lice eat me, but you are a treat to behold. Just a little pale.
Magic takes its toll, but I'll be all right. Good to see you and your beard again.
Can somebody tell me what happened? You set off a month ago for Zoltan's wedding.
That got fucked. There will be no wedding.
Did you hear about Foltest?
Rumors travel faster than the wind.
Winds and rumors. I want to know the truth.
I want to know how Foltest died. And the dragon, was there really one there? And who rules Temeria now?
Dandelion, calm down. You'll choke on your liquor. Triss, you're the expert on Temeria. Tell us who's in charge now.
It's chaotic and getting worse. The old families are fighting for supremacy, no holds barred.
Baron Kimbolt and Count Marivel, I bet.
Among others. After the assassination, while Geralt was in the dungeon, the lords convened in a field near Lavalette Castle to choose a new ruler. 3 days they debated, and it looked more like a bazaar than a meeting of nobles. Except the trade was in court and ministry positions, spheres of influence, royal privileges.
Humans.
In spite of several duels and 2 poisonings, no king was chosen. Civil war was in the air.
Where were the mages?
Aye. Where were the grey eminences of this world when they were truly needed?
They weren't invited. Neither was I. But if not for their intervention, or rather that of a few influential sorceresses, Baron Kimbolt would have taken the throne.
I was invited to sing at his court once. Afterwards, he refused to pay me, and the food was awful. No way I'll stay in Temeria if he's crowned.
I think I've heard enough about politics. Foltest's killer lay in wait in the tower, where the Lavalettes had hidden the royal bastards. He was well informed.
Wait a minute. What were you doing there?
I was protecting the king. After the first attempt, Foltest began treating me as his lucky charm. He ordered me to be at his side during the battle. The dragon separated us from the rest of the army. The killer disguised himself as a monk, a blind one at that. He let Foltest greet his children, waited until I had walked off, then cut the king's throat from ear to ear.
How did he flee?
Jumped out a window into the river below. Yorvith Scoia'tael were waiting in a boat. It was planned.
And you're chasing him because he murdered the king?
I was accused of the murder. I need to clear my name. Besides, I looked him in the eye before he escaped. He's a witcher. Then some brave Temerian soldiers showed up, piled on me, and knocked me out.
Greetings. Save yourselves, good folk! The beast attacks!
We better get out there. Someone's casting spells.
What sort of sorceress are you? A lot of good you did. Can't you hear me? Why didn't you help him?
He's alive, isn't he?
The beast nearly pulled him in the water while you stood staring like a calf at a shit-covered clover.
Watch your words.
Where's this beast?
Ask her.
Geralt.
I guess we knew each other.
Oh, look here. Birds of a feather.
Let's say I've heard of you.
Master Witcher, this is foolish. The beast near pulled Sozek into the depths, and you're simply chatting with this damsel.
Sozek's alive, and nowhere near the depths. The monster's vanished without a trace.
You best take her seriously, lest you vanish without a trace.
I'm tired of your whining. Get out of here.
Ah, as ever. It's the common folk that get ploughed. Come on, lads!
I apologize for interrupting, but I am Louis Merce, and I am chief person in charge of all matters related to monster hunting in Flotsam. It is in this capacity that I must inquire if you're willing to attempt to resolve the problem of our so-called Kayran, the beast that now blocks all trade traffic on the river.
So, Witcher, are we willing?
I usually work alone.
I was here first, and I'll not relinquish this contract. My way or the highway, as the locals put it.
Fine. Your way it is.
You must contact the merchants on the waterfront as regards any rewards. Madame de Tanseville has, I believe, already conducted some preliminary negotiations.
That I have.
In that case, don't let me keep you.
Triss, how long must I wait for you to introduce us?
Sheila de Tanserville, advisor to Queen Zulika of Kovir.
Kovir is a long way north.
True. I had my doubts if the Kayran was worth the journey, but those were dispelled with what it showed today.
Here to hunt down some ingredients?
Triss Merigold. Sharp as ever.
You're thinking that...
Troll eyes, ghoul venom, virgin's blood, all those disgusting marvels we take from dying species, to throw into the cauldron at Sabbaths. Right, Triss?
Absolutely. Virgins are a dying breed.
Oh my, your sense of humour seems to be intact too. But enough of these pleasantries. Tell me, Geralt, you saw the tentacle. What do you make of it all?
The beast must be huge. Maybe inhabited one of the Pontar's tributaries before, hunting animals. Then it grew for some reason, and hunger drove it to seek fresh pastures.
And on the Pontar it found trade barges burgeoning with obese, slow-moving merchants. You're partly correct. Cedric claims the Kayran emerged from the northern swamps approximately 1 month past.
Cedric?
An elf. Formerly a Scoia'tael. Strange bird. But he knows quite a bit about the area and its living wonders.
I need to look around, find out a few things.
An investigation. Witches' rituals, extracting secrets and such.
More or less. I'll talk to the merchants about the reward, pay Cedric a visit and get back to you.
You'll find me at the inn. I've rented lodgings there, on the upper floor.
You know the inn's also a whorehouse.
Thanks for the warning.
Are always said, go ask the mason to take you as his apprentice, to learn a trade. Aimless. I've always preferred the one meet new people.
You free?
No, you're not handsome enough.
You free?
Where might you be going?
What kind of question is that? Anyway, know where I can find an elf named Cedric?
Don't get involved in this.
The merchants are paying good money for killing the beast.
Coin is never the most important thing.
Maybe, but it's still pretty useful.
I don't trust her.
Sheila? Why not?
She's a powerful sorceress. Dangerous to her foes, even more dangerous to her friends.
I know you don't like her. Any specific reason?
I'm just trying to warn you.
Thanks. I guess I'll have to ask her.
How?
We're going hunting together, right after I find Cedric.
Well, then let's go see him. He should be at the top of his observation tower.
I seek the elf named Cedric. Any of you know where he is?
In Belk. It'll be nearly a year now.
Moril would delight in a day like this, Saharan. Enjoy the memory of her. Don't wallow in the longing.
I try. I do. But I cannot believe all the bad blood this disappearance has bred.
Don't let other Shay poison your memory of her. Hatred is but an outlet for helplessness.
Thank you, Cedric. Vafael.
Vafael.
Take care of yourself.
Are you Cedric?
Who asks?
Geralt of Rivia.
Ah, the Witcher. And?
Triss Marigold.
Lovely scent, Triss.
Cedric, look at me.
What do you want, Geralt of Rivia?
I aim to kill the Kayran. Heard you might be able to help.
That depends on the sort of aid you seek.
I need information.
We should have killed it years ago. Now I don't know. The beast has become too large for the riverbed, and it has strange growths on its tentacles, extremely thick skin. Previously, it inhabited a swamp along one of the Pontar's tributaries. Completely wild terrain. Even the Scoia'tael don't venture there. You should go see the wreck of the boat it recently sank. Inspect any traces it's left. See the destruction.
Where's this wreck?
Venture south into the forest, then turn east toward the river. You'll find the ruins of a bridge erected long ago by the Enshe. The wreck lies at their foot.
Thanks, Cedric. I need to make a few orens. You wouldn't happen to have a job for a witcher, would you?
There's never a shortage of work for a witcher in this forest. It's positively teeming with beasts. Though I'm not surprised they come here in droves.
Know why that is?
Cursed places attract all sorts of scum, like dung attracts flies. There was once a great house in the clearing. They locked up lunatics there. During the war with Nilfgaard, it was razed in a fire. The lunatics broiled in their cells. The ruins remain cursed to this day. 2 daredevils went off to explore the ruins recently. They haven't been seen since.
A great house, you say? Tell me more about the building itself.
It was an old manor house that was converted into a mental institution. There was no shortage of lunatics in wartime. They just kept coming. Reverend Mercier locked them up in there and looked after them. If you find the 2 people lost in the ruins of the mental asylum, you stand to be handsomely rewarded. By them or their families.
No harm in trying. I'm looking to hunt in this area, and I could use some advice.
I'm no witcher. I set traps, snares, try to keep neckers away from Lobindon, that's all.
I'm aiming a little higher than neckers.
The old man? Meaning the Kayran? Finally, Laredo's splurged. Listen, I'm not one to teach your grandmother to suck eggs. You witchers know your work. But if you pay me, I can prepare a useful trap.
What kind of trap?
Puncturing trap, immobilizing trap, even decoys to pull monsters into an ambush. Whatever you like. Since I can easily finish off an ensnared necker, it should be child's play for you.
The elf woman you were talking about. How did she disappear?
Saharim believes the forest took her.
What do you believe?
Moril simply vanished, almost a year ago now. Some say she was too beautiful, and Dwan must have harmed her.
You believe that?
If I have no evidence before me, I try to trust my feelings. And they tell me the forest did not take her.
Why would you keep that from Saharim?
Because it's meaningless. Perhaps she was murdered, perhaps she departed on her own, never to return. She's gone, and neither I nor Saharim can reverse that.
Who exactly are you?
One who warns humans against the dangers that lurk in the forest.
Care to clarify?
I am old, even for an elf. Yet the forest is older. I've lived in it for years and understand it, though it's nothing I can explain. At times I make mistakes and people don't come home.
So you help humans?
I just know if it's safe to venture beyond the gates or not.
Maybe I'll come back when you're sober.
You witches live a long life. You may indeed get to see that day.
What are the Scoia'tael fighting for?
Do you ask about the old ones, who hoped to restore our race to its previous glory? Or about the young ones, who fight for survival and out of suicidal revenge?
Yorvith's warriors. Which mold do they fit?
They believe they are still independent, and that there is but one just way to view their cause. In truth, however, they're but a shadow of the Enshe's former glory. They cling to delusions to the very moment when a sword or a noose ends their life, or until they realize the truth themselves, which is, I believe, the worst. Good luck.
So when will you tackle the old man?
Why does he need two swords? Does he tend to
Oh,
use
my
them?
son. You should get home early today. Eat something. Get some sleep.
You'll betray no one else, still.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nothing but Europe in a tavern. Just settle down.
No
Find
fight.
a woman.
You'll betray no one else, Selby, bitch.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Something's troubling me.
Let's hear it.
Welcome.
Come on, nearly got him. Go on, a wee bit more. Change your grip. Humans know as much about arm wrestling as I know. You look strong. Careful. Too strong for me. Here's what you're owed. You ought to give Wiry Wilkes a shot. You'll not have an easy time. Strong man you are. Here's your coin. You should take on Big Max.
You're a strong lad, but I'm not. By Veo Pattis's balls, you're strong. Your winnings. There's someone else. No one's beaten him yet.
Who?
Bartholomew Bargy. You'll find him in the village.
Greetings.
Son.
What do you want?
I heard you're the local arm wrestling champ.
You bet I am.
I'd like to change that.
Many tried and walked away with shit in their britches. You want to go?
You bet I do.
All right, come with me. Let's do it now. I'll be tied up later.
All right.
Oh, my son. You should get home early today. Eat something. Get some sleep.
Stop annoying me, Mother.
Nothing but...
Ready?
Let's do it.
No one beats. Ready?
Let's do it.
No one beats me. Ready?
Let's do it.
Strong as an ox. Here are your orange. Once we had a company of Adam Pangrat's mercenaries here. I'm the strongest here, so I took on a due. But that lad's got superhuman strength. He beat me like a child. If you ever see him, tell him Bart Bargy drinks to his health.
All right.
Look at that, Peeper!
Ever heard of doing it Witcher and Striggett style?
No, tell me. Gobble up, pay up, don't stare.
Only the gods may.
Punches lights out! Hey!
We have sinned, forgive us. What do you...
Do my eyes deceive me, or are you Witcher Geralt?
What can I do for you?
My cousin from Vizima claims you're good at dice.
I can play.
If word gets out that we've a good contender, better players are likely to show up. The stakes will rise. Maybe even Einar Dowson will send us.
So, will you play?
Sure.
Great. We only play for fun, but Zindrab fancies himself a master.
I won't play any old challenger. Show us what you can do, and who knows, I might sit down with you.
You win.
Care to roll? Your luck was in. But I want a chance to win my coin back.
He dropped his fucking guard!
Left hook! Watch out for the left hook!
What do you want?
Care for a game of dice?
Shall we roll a few rounds? You lost.
I'll win.
Punches lights out!
What do you...
Care for a game?
Shall we... You won.
Care for a rematch?
No. Try Einar Gorzel from the Craftsman's District. Beat him and who knows? Maybe even Sendler will agree to play you.
Thanks.
Punches lights out!
Have a nice day.
No acting up.
Hey there, Witcher! Are you Geralt of Rivia, sir?
Who's asking?
Thank you, Master, for what you did outside La Valette Castle.
Our family would have perished if not for you. Please accept this modest gift.
Thank you.
May the gods protect you.
A fine mess you have here.
Well, well, I had an inkling and it didn't disappoint me. It was a long voyage to this cesspit, but it's about to make sense. Voltest's killer, live and in person. How are you? Happy and healthy?
Can't complain.
I am delighted, really. But you see, it's a long way back to Vasima, and I'd rather not dawdle. I lost a load of time looking for you.
No reason to waste any more talking then. Bon voyage.
Listen, Jester. You're worth more to me alive, but if need be, I will take you back as a corpse. You choose.
All right. Give it a shot.
Drop your sword and put your hands together, or I'll not vouch for what...
Shut up. Go ahead. Try to kill me.
We've got a wanted man here! Grab him, boys!
It's true.
Here comes the Witcher. Think he'll agree?
No, I don't know.
Greetings! What brings you here, White Wolf? Make yourself at home, please.
Do we know each other?
I've heard, or rather read much about you, in the letters of the Rivian diaspora.
Well, nice to meet you.
Einar Gausel, fundamentally a trader in old curios, although I also concern myself with the non-human community. Godspeed! Nonsense. Just nonsense.
Mind if I
Take your...
I want to play die.
All right. Run!
Mind if I
Take it.
I want to play die.
All right. I'm lost!
Hand over the coin.
Here, but I'll not play you anymore.
So, who is up for a game around here?
Sandler's the best.
We'll see. Mind if I have a look at your...
Take your time.
Mind if I...
Take your...
Mind if I have a look at...
Take your time.
Mind if I have...
Take your... Nonsense.
Mind if I have...
Take your...
Books in Flotsam? I wouldn't have thought it a profitable enterprise.
Hey, many foreigners come through here. Sometimes they buy books, sometimes they have tomes to sell. Yesterday, for example, Lady Sheila de Tanseville purchased items for a sum equal to my yearly dealings.
Did she buy anything interesting?
De Vermis Mysteries, the Exeter Treatise, complete and unabridged, plus a very expensive volume I'd rather not mention. I should. Godspeed, Witcher.
Here comes the Witcher. Think he'll agree? No.
So how's it going? Everything's all right?
Excellent work.
In it? The finest hides and the tannins.
You hunt?
Oh, we must not hunt.
There must be...
A war.
Not necessarily. The Scoia'tael attack...
We ought to...
I'd like to play dice.
Shall we play?
You're just not good enough for...
Oh. Excellent work. Not that.
We ought...
I'd like to play that.
You're good. Here's your coin.
I heard you deal in traps.
Indeed, though that's not all I deal in.
I don't want coin, I want something else.
Suit yourself. Choose.
I need the design for the scorpion's death. It's a kind of trap.
I know what it is. Dumb name, but that is what everyone calls it.
It works on Neckers and Endrigas, and that's good enough for me.
Stay away from me. Left hook! Watch out for the left hook!
What's going on here?
A competition, brother. With the port closed, we're bored off our asses. Care to take part?
What are the rules?
The contenders put their coin down, winner takes all.
The fighting rules.
Drop your opponent and make sure he stays down.
Complicated.
So? Are you fighting, brother?
Oh, yeah.
He's a fresher like you, brother. Good for starters. Put your coin down. So, what'll it be?
I'm ready.
Gentlemen, let the dance begin!
Punches lights out! Punches lights out!
Wouldn't want to get on your bad side. Up for another, brother.
Who's up next?
Cor Bransel, known as Flip-Arse.
Strange name.
Does everything backwards. Sleeps in daytime, drinks before he eats, and tells women to get dressed before he ploughs them.
Flip-Arse.
Show us your orange. So what'll it be?
I'm ready.
Gentlemen, let the dance begin!
Wait till he drops his fucking guard! Wait till he drops his fucking guard!
Hey, champ.
What?
I can tell you're a serious contender. Far too good for this drunken riffraff. Believe you me, I know what I'm talking about.
So? I don't know you.
They call me King Ziggy, because I pay like a king. If you want a taste of fame and riches, look for me by the inn in the evenings. I'll take you to the right place.
That was fucking poetry! Up for another, brother.
Who's up next?
I knew you'd end up fighting each other.
Who's that?
Tidy Tib. The bastard eats honey straight from the hive, drinks for 4, and some say he can hang a bucket full of water from his cock. You better get a solid coin pouch ready. So what'll it be?
I'm ready.
Gentlemen, let the dance begin!
Lights out!
Left hook! Watch out for the left hook!
Wouldn't want to get on your bad side. Congratulations! You dropped some of the toughest brawlers. Well done. Tournament's over.
Left hook! Watch out for the left hook!
Wait till he drops his fucking...
The boys pull punching tricks, that's how they get their kicks. But hear me when I say an orange's a tiny price to pay.
Interesting.
Who does King Ziggy behold? Given any thought to my proposal?
I'm ready.
I'll explain on the way.
Spit it out.
Know what Flotsam's famous for?
Nothing.
You're wrong there. There are only 2 towns worth visiting in the Pontar Valley. Bondar, famous for having the most beautiful whores in the north, and Flotsam, for having the best fistfighting scene.
Who organizes these fights?
Officially, no one. But look hard and you'll be surprised what you can find. It's a vibrant scene with winners and losers of all kinds. I promote fighters. Place the...
Halt!
Don't recognise King Ziggy?
I know you, but who's the other one? He looks dangerous.
Like all of King Ziggy's fighters.
Well, that farmhand you brought in last time was carried out all broken in no time.
This one will be different. You'll see. The Commandant himself will bet a fortune on him.
All right. But if I'm to let him in, he has to leave all his weapons here.
Fine.
You're a rich man already.
The weapons will be waiting in the trunk outside the gate.
Laredo.
In the flesh.
Does he condone these fights?
Condone? He sets them up. A lot of coin at stake here. I haven't been too lucky lately, but I believe you'll change that. People will remember King Ziggy. Just don't disappoint me.
Finish the fucker up!
Ziggy the Clown returns.
And in grand fashion. I've got a contender who's about to be famous.
The Monster Slayer? How'd you talk him into fighting?
King Ziggy has his ways.
All in all, looks promising.
We're about to make Flotsam famous for its mug fights. They'll sing songs about Ziggy and Geralt. You just win and I'll take care of the rest. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Grand. I'll hear you. Twigs will be your first opponent. So called because Bones snapped with his every punch.
I love these pussies with cocky names.
Stand your ground! Finish the fucker off! Stand your ground!
Beautiful job rearranging his face.
Who's next?
One Punch Matho. Name says it all. Downs most opponents with his first punch.
I'll see if I can't make him throw a second.
Good luck.
Sock it to him! Stand your ground! Sock it to him! Finish the
You're the discovery of my lifetime.
Think we're made for each other?
Indeed. but we've a long way to go. Your next opponent is Smugface, also known as Tasseldick.
Not too popular then.
He has tassels on his clothes. Last month, he bit his opponent's ear off.
Bring on this Tasseldick.
One more and we'll be rich and famous.
Who is it?
Stenek. In a rumble it takes at least 4 lads to take him down.
I'll do it single-handed.
Don't underestimate him.
Witcher, come here a minute. It's impressive technique.
Thanks.
Last fight's coming up, and everyone's betting on the dead cert. You. Except for me.
What do you want, Laredo?
Stenek has to win, but the true winners will be you and me. A third of the jackpot's yours, and that's not an offer.
I see. You're a regular con.
Your opinions don't interest me. You ought to take a dive. That's that.
Piss off, old man. Pay up.
Here's your coin. The guards will take you to the gate. You'll regret this.
I told you we'd win. I've got a real sense for these things.
I think you owe me something.
Why don't we have some fun first? A free round at every inn, not to mention the girls.
You can screw my share.
I tell him.
Commandant Laredo sends his regards.
Lads, I was thinking about...
want some?
How are you?
I know your kind.
Interesting.
Look at him, Corporal, sir. Got remorse on his face, he does. Seems eager to make amends for his crime and become a law-abiding citizen.
Yeah, that's true. My hand must have slipped.
Listen well, you lout. I don't believe you for a minute. But you'll escape the Reaper this one last time, provided you pay a fine here and now, to be remitted promptly to the Fund for Widows and Orphans, of course. Pay or die. Your choice. And don't dare raise your hand.
What do you do?
I'm the Royal Castellan. I look after Flotsam's provisions, fortifications, and so forth.
So if I exterminate a monster, I need to see you about the reward?
Indeed. You could start by filling in Form H12 and taking it to...
I don't need to. I've got immunity.
Ah. Well, you'll find the notice board out in front of the inn. And good hunting to you.
So long.
Interesting.
So how's it going, dearie? Everything all right at the household?
Promise me you'll get those whoresons, Witcher.
And how do you find country?
You look
A fine mess you have
Eat
here.
something.
Dwarves stealing bread from the mouths of honest craftsmen. Elves wandering among decent folk.
The Commandant will deal.
Greetings. Mind if I...
Certainly. You're welcome to.
Larita won't let you traders out until it suits him.
What's that?
Demoven's dead. Ah. Now, if you don't mind, can...
Oh, if I was young.
Here comes the Witcher.
Ha! Greetings. A word, if you will.
You see, we've created an alchemical substance and we wish to test it in Vizima, in a laboratory.
Seeing as you're a witcher, we wondered if you'd be willing to test it in practice.
In a year or two, given the occasion, you could visit us in Vizima. We'd examine you and reward you generously.
We need to study its long-term effects. We can't say more.
Are you in?
Why not?
Splendid!
Excellent!
Now, if you could also keep a journal of the experiment.
Don't overdo it.
Flotsam's got a garrison. We don't need a Witcher.
What?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
Leave your weapon here.
Guard it with care. It's very valuable.
Wait, Wolf. I need to talk to the Commandant too.
You going inside or not?
Listen, friend. I'm an officer and you're a runt. And when I say jump, you will not only...
Come on, Roach.
With these cunts, Laredo couldn't protect the port from a drunk lumberjack, let alone Yorveth.
He succeeded so
A ballista! The bastard's got a ballista. You know the power of this weapon. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away.
Yeah, an experienced crew can release 2 bolts each minute, but it can't hit the same spot twice because it recoils and shifts. I've heard that somewhere before.
Where did you learn about ballistae?
I knew someone who knew a bit about them.
Unimportant. We need to damage it if we don't want to be at Laredo's mercy. They're all drunk here now. I'll provoke the guard.
Relax, Roach. I don't want to fight this rabble again.
As long as that weapon's operational, no one will sail this section of the Pontar without Laredo's express permission.
I'll handle this. Go have a drink.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
What do you need, Ugly?
I wanted to surprise my friend, the sad-looking guy by the ballista.
Some idiot wanted me to read him poems recently. Extravagance as I say it, I didn't like it.
I was thinking of something a little more traditional.
What would you have me do?
Just go with your specialty.
All right, it'll be my standard rate.
Draw him away from the ballista while you're at it.
Slap me hard and call me stupid. Trying to put one by me? That'll cost you more.
How's that?
Surcharge on special requests. Those are the rules.
Let me think it over. A favor for a favor?
There is one thing you could do for me.
And that is?
Myron and Alphonse, two of Laredo's thugs. Give him a good thrashing, and I'll even blow...
I stirred up enough trouble as it is during the execution.
No need to stir trouble. Just humiliate them some ways.
Consider it done. Myron and Alphonse.
Teach them a lesson yet?
Not just yet. Ugly.
Well, you ain't exactly handsome.
But?
I wouldn't worry. Women prefer ugly men to groomed dandies. And you're ugly something mighty. Care for a romp?
Can't just now, but I'll find you later in town. What's your name?
Margarita.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
I don't like freaks.
And I don't like oafish no-necks.
What do you want, mutant?
To try my luck. Arm wrestling.
I'm gonna crush you, mutant.
Save the boasting till...
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add plough into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it.
I hate mutants like you.
I know, I know.
That one struts about as if he were the
Sniffing
king himself. What you want, old man?
I was looking to test...
What do I...
Nothing.
And if I win?
You'll have beat a witcher.
Are you that Geralt fella? Damn the dogs! Don't you traipse around here.
Myron?
Teach them
Of course.
all right. I'm off. Care for a little diversion, brave one?
I'm on duty.
Oh, come on.
Don't you traipse around here.
Care for a little diversion, brave one?
I'm on duty.
Oh, come on. Your comrades are well at it having their fun. Why should you be any worse?
You're right. Let's go.
That one struts about as if he were the king himself.
How was it?
Ballista's decommissioned.
Perfect. Let's go see Laredo.
Laredo's busy with that witch Sheila. Come back later.
Geralt, let's wait downstairs in the yard. Yes?
Do we wait until the Honourable Lady is done with the Venerable Hick?
Waste of time. Looks like a good number of Flotsam's town watchmen are here. We should look around. Did you see that arbalist behind the house? I'll get his attention. Give him something to think about. Why don't you find out what they're guarding so closely?
My apologies, gentlemen. I could not help overhearing your conversation.
What do you want?
In point of fact, it's a matter for the Witcher. I have an offer.
An offer? Interesting.
I suspect you did not come to Flotsam for pleasure alone.
You suspect right.
Do you know about the monster in the river?
Might have heard something.
I expect someone will hire you to deal with it sooner or later. Thus, I presume that...
Stop presuming, expecting, and concluding. Just tell me what you want.
Our honoured host is in possession of part of a trap, built especially for the beast in question.
Go on.
Around back, there's a storage area where Laredo keeps the treasures he confiscates from merchants and travellers. There are heaps of things out there.
Let me guess. You know exactly where I need to look.
Precisely. I saw Laredo's men carrying the contraption across the garden in a crate. They placed it on a platform by the wall, beyond which lies the craftsman's district.
Why are you telling me?
Why? We need to be rid of the beast as soon as possible. Good luck.
All right. I'll distract the guard. You sneak behind the house.
Brilliant as ever.
Soldier, report to me immediately.
What do you want?
Shut it, soldier! Have respect for your superiors or spend the rest of your life on the King's galley.
Apologies, sir. I didn't realise... I don't like strangers. I don't like strangers.
In Flotsam.
I was looking.
You're lucky the
Commandant, sir. We called the witches.
Bring him in and...
Yes, sir.
We were just discussing a certain matter. You here on business too?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
In that case, I shall leave you to it.
Finally!
They didn't want to let me in while the sorceress was here.
Did you see her? Made up like a whore on parade day. They think they can do anything, those sorceresses. I heard what happened in Temeria. You know your name's on a warrant. It's unfortunate, though nothing that should impede our dealings. See, I'm the law round here, and the law needs to know what the legendary White Wolf's doing in this cesspit.
I'm looking for the man responsible for Foltest's death.
Here?
I know the Scoia'tael had a hand in it too. It's their trail I followed to Flotsam.
Lucky you found Bernard Laredo, then. If you're telling the truth, Yorveth's got royal blood on his hands. I can help you find him.
The Kingslayer. That's who I want. Huge man, pretty hard to mistake.
Was it him?
Yeah, he killed Foltest. Now he's sneaking around these woods.
In that case, we'll get him too. I trust you're on our side.
Whose side is that?
That of the people of Flotsam, of course. Terrorized by the elven bandits for years now.
A local conflict, none of my business.
You killed some elves on the riverbank outside Flotsam.
We were attacked.
You failed to understand.
It's you who doesn't understand, Laredo. To tell you the truth, I'm not human.
You an elf? A dwarf? No, talking bollocks. I piss on the fact that they call you freak for your white hair and glowing eyes. You're a human like any other. We're fighting a war. And you, my friend, cannot straddle the fence.
What about the elves and dwarves in the trading post? The smiths, peddlers, and hunters? With you, sleep among you. Whose side are they on?
Hell if I know. That's my point with you.
Sorry.
When you fight for survival, you need to be sure who your friends are. The non-humans in Flotsam, sure, they eat, fuck, shit among us. But when Yorveth sounds the battle horns, who knows what they'll do?
My buddy John texted me today.
They haven't proved their loyalty already? Placing walls